You've been on YouTube?
Yes.
Okay, welcome. All right. So what I'm going to do is today is go through a series of questions, like the dialogue that you're going through, the NEPQ dialogue, right? It goes from the connecting questions all the way to the commitment questions. So on module 2 or 3, 2, I think it is. Yeah, he talked about the framework. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay. So this is a really powerful training series where you're taking the client from connecting with them when you first meet, and at the end, the result is possibly a sale, right? That's the whole point about this. So let me just first go over your module 3 first, right? Or 4, excuse me. We did 4 yesterday, right?
Well, I watched 4 yesterday, yes.
Okay, so let's go over 4 first, and I'm going to go through the framework of the whole NEPQ system. So tell us about 4. What was your 1 or 2 biggest takeaways?
The biggest takeaway is like something that was like pure gold for me is getting really deep with probing questions.
Right.
So it's not just about asking background questions like or problem questions. That's good, but the probing questions and getting like peeling the layers off of the onion and getting really deep can make the difference between one type of income and a really much higher type of income.
Exactly, yeah. So let me go over when he talks about the probing questions, how you're expanding their mind, right? You're getting them to think deeper. So that is very important. So I'm going to open up 5 for you after the call, by the way. So that's good. But here I'm going to show you the dialogue, how that works. So when we first get a cold call, remember you talked about when you first connect with somebody, right? What is the first thing you say right now? Don't look at my board. You'll block the board. What is the first thing you say? Go over here. What is the first thing you say when you first pick up the phone and connect with that client? What were you saying yesterday? Remind me. Remember yesterday?
I was wondering if you could help me out for a moment.
Right. Yeah. And you had one instance where you said the guy says, "I'm not interested," right?
Yeah.
Okay. Again, it's your first time using it, so sometimes it doesn't. Nothing works 100% of the time. Even a Mercedes-Benz breaks down, right? So here's the thing: when you do your marketing in today's day and age, in 2019, that we're talking, more and more companies are using automation and websites and text messages, emails, and all that to get people to call them, or at least to make an initial contact, either through email or text or voice, to get them to talking to their salespeople. Now, back if I take you about 10, 15 years ago, internet wasn't that useful. It wasn't as automated. So we have this capability where, especially in your business, you're in digital marketing, right?
Yes.
90% of your contacts should be calling you or connecting with you on email, texting you to connect with you first. All you would need to do is set up a sales funnel. Now, I don't know if you have a sales funnel where you broadcast out or you spend money on Facebook to get people to click to your link to connect with you some way, fashion, or another. Do you do that?
I'm in the process of creating that funnel.
Okay. This is where technology is going right now, because more and more companies, if they just rely on the human being to make that initial contact, those days are gone. I mean, they're still going to be around. You're probably still going to see people making cold calls, picking up the phone and calling somebody out of the blue. In the old days, we used to call them yellow pages. Okay, that's the dinosaur age. Okay, companies won't really go to the next level if they still use that method of connecting with their prospects their first time. So, setting up that funnel, how far are you into it right now?
Basically, it was just planning, like I was considering inbox ads, like based on targeted leads, using their emails to target them.
Yeah.
So get the information from Info USA or Reference USA, the email lists, and then based on their emails, target them on Facebook or Google, and then take them to a landing page, whether it be a landing page or a landing bot.
Right.
And then after they download the lead magnet or something, a page with like a video of me or like a video offering them an appointment, a strategy session.
Exactly. Just like you came in this program, you came here without us physically, somebody calling you on the phone and saying, hey, would you like to get involved with 7th level communications? It's going to cost you this much, blah, 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 blah. That didn't happen, right? And if you did get the call, you probably would have just said, no, thank you, right? Because somebody else is trying to pitch their product to you. So, instead of that, let the computer, let the technology do that work for us. If you're so work on that. Now, here's what happens. When you get a lead, like in your industry right now, that is very prevalent for people to click on a lead. They could be anywhere in the world, Hong Kong, Peru, United States, Canada, and then say, hey, this looks interesting, this video that I watched. I'm going to go ahead and go for a free trial, right? You might offer a free trial, like say, hey, if you click here, I'm going to give you a free ebook, or I'm going to give you a free one lesson. Let's go ahead and click here. And once they do, guess what happens? They have something that they want, and you have to give them an irresistible offer that it would be crazy for them not to click. Make sense? So that's something that, is that a company you're working with that does that? Or is it your own brand?
Like, it's my own brand. So I'm just starting out. So of course, with regards to the fulfillment, I'd use other people to fulfill the services.
So let's say I'm that client. Let's say if I clicked on and I'm saying, what is it that you sell again?
Like a marketing system, so that people can get a steady stream of leads.
Okay. So you offer lead generation, right?
Okay. Yes.
So once you set that up, okay. Now the company, where do you get the leads to provide them?
Like, I'd use different strategies, like Facebook ads, YouTube ads, and Google AdWords.
Okay, so you teach that, or do you just give them? They buy leads from you.
They would pay on a monthly basis, like a retainer.
Okay.
And it wouldn't be like per leads; it would just be a service, fulfillment service.
See. Okay. So if I was that person, I wanted to get more leads, what would do you send me to a website, or how do I get this?
Like, currently, I'm just contacting them by cold mail. I have a domain name, but I haven't set up. I have like a video. It's like a video sales letter, but I still haven't put up my website. I'm just. I think maybe I've jumped the gun, but I'm reaching out to prospects right now.
So, what are your price points of your product? Like, what is your price point? How much does it cost?
Based on what other marketers have told me, it can be $1,000 to $2,000 a month.
Okay. All right. Good. So if somebody's going to pay you $1,000 a month, what are they getting back in return?
A marketing system. As much as I'd like to guarantee a certain amount of leads, it's something that, like other experienced digital marketers say, that you can't really guarantee results. Although I know, like, I should be guaranteeing something to lower the risk on their side.
Well, let's get off the word guarantee for a second. Well, I asked a very simple question. Okay, so Carlos, I'm going to pay you $1,000. What I'm going to get? It should be an answer just like that. Oh, you're going to get, like if you answered me, like what you're going to get for $2,000, or you're going to get a 15-week course, 15-hour course rather. Okay, which takes up about 8 modules, and there it'll explain to you how to make more sales, how to increase your sales. That's all. So you see, I have a specific training system. So in your case, say for $1,000 a month, we're going to be helping you generate more sales for your business. That's all.
Oh, okay.
You see, we're going to help you generate more sales, which is what you do, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now that product could be in a set of courses. It could be in books and printed matter as well, or it could be in consulting sessions on one-on-one. Or it could be them physically going to an event. So that's why you have to engage with people. So I don't know your product. What I would recommend is get to a company that sells leads, that provides already that. And you could be like their salesperson,
Okay.
And that way you have already things set up. Like right now, for you to send Facebook ads training, you do it yourself, right?
Like, not training, but fulfillment services. So do the services for them.
What is that service?
So,
give me more definition. Like, what do you mean by
Okay,
service?
so for example, they service customers in a certain area.
Mm-hmm.
So I would outsource the ad creation, and there'd be an ad for seamless guttering services in a certain city, in a certain area, certain neighborhoods, preferably those that. I'd have to obviously speak with the business owner first to know who his target market is.
Right.
But I would outsource the ad creation and the ad campaign management.
Good. All right, so you got that. So one thing we need to do is first have a landing page, something that gets them to call you, or to send you an email, or to send you some kind of a text, or something that says, hey, I'm interested in more information, right? That's your cold calling strategy. Not like just picking up the phone or Skype or whatever format you use, saying, hey, I'm Carlos out of nowhere. Are you interested in this? You're gonna get some success through these questions, but it's not like letting the automation do it for you. So here's what I wanted to show you right here. Because here, what I did is I picked a series of questions on how this training is going to help individuals like you. This is what we call the first 3 questions. You may want to take this down. It's called when you first, let's say they sent you an email back, or they sent you a text back, or they messaged you, say, yeah, I'm interested in more. They are messenger saying, yeah, send me the link. I want more information. And then you say, okay, I'm going to set up a time, or call me at this number or whatever, and you connect with them. The first words out of your mouth is obviously say, oh, I appreciate you giving us a call or whatever. Then you ask them this question: what attracted you to our sales page, or what attracted you to our website? Don't even say sales, but just say, what attracted you to our website? What attracted you, or what caused you? This is a good question. What appealed to you when you first saw, our advertising, or whatever you do? This is where you fill in the blank. I can't do that. What caught your attention? That's a good way. See, the minute you do ask any one of these 3 questions, you're getting them to put the focus on them selling you on why they want to hire you possibly. You see that? This is very important. Then you're moving them along the stage. Remember, these questions are moving them towards getting a sale. So then you ask a little bit about them. What do you do for a living? What industry they're in. You want to get a feel of it, all right? How long you been doing that for? And this is where some of the questions start to come in. What do you like about what you're doing? Or first of all, you may just say, do you like what you're doing right now? You may, if it's causing something, you have to change them from a job, or if they're doing their marketing from Twitter, say, oh, this is what I do. Say, do you like it? How do you like? Well, it's okay. It's not giving you this. What do you not like about it? So you ask both the 2 truths question, right? Why is that important to you now? So if they say, I like this, okay, I like the fact that I can market in South America. Well, why do you like that? Oh, because our products are sold more readily in that area. Okay. What do you don't like about it? You want to ask them, what are some of the things that they don't like? Because that's where the pain points are. And then they say, well, I don't like this and this and this. Okay, well, what have you done about it, right? What have you tried to done in the past to fix it? Did you hire somebody else? Did you try the other programs? Then you're talking to them about, why didn't it work? You see, you haven't even talked to them about your product, but you're going through a series of, what is that doing? Is building relationship. That you're getting deeper, especially the why questions. Why didn't it work? Oh, because they didn't have the training system like I see in yours, or there was nobody I could speak to, or it was only streamlined to one area, or it wasn't, whatever they take, okay? So then you want to ask a consequent, well, what if things don't change and you decide not even to hire us, for example? Okay, you see how you do a takeaway? What if things don't change? That's a consequence questions. Then you want to ask, how important is it for you to make this change so that you can get more leads? How important is that? Oh, it's critical. After you've asked these questions, they're going to say, it is absolutely critical that I need to get to that next level. Okay. And I asked you that question when you first started with it. You noticed that. How important is it for you to change, right? So we use the same method. And I know it works because you're here again. You're obviously booking. We're talking about your product. So then you can say, and when we get to that save, I'll get into the verbiage of it. And I don't want to give you too much right now because you're going to get overwhelmed. Okay. So did this make sense?
Yes, it makes sense.
You see how that dialogue flow happens? Okay. But one of the first things we have to establish is that getting leads to call you or connect with you first so you can ask these questions. So if you call somebody up, say, hey, what attracted you to, it goes, what do you mean? I haven't even called you. What are you talking about? Right?
Exactly.
So you want to have
and
that.
And it changes the positioning also.
Exactly. So you want to have yourself in a position where they're reaching out to you in some way or another. That's how cold calling should be nowadays. Everybody has phones now, texting, and hey, this looks like a cool little landing page. Let me click on it. Boom. The landing page or your initial website that captures their email or whatever it is, their phone number, that should be the main thing. And in that email that they send out to you, they can put their phone number in, then you can call them. So you could still be calling them. You could still engage, but they have to initiate that first action, so to speak. Right. Questions? Anything you have?
No. So basically, I guess that's going to be the key, like changing the positioning, having them coming to me, starting a marketing campaign, reaching out to this targeted list.
Well, yeah. I mean, you could still do the connecting questions like it is outlined in the module 3. We could still set up scripts. You'll still get some sales out of it. Don't get me wrong. It's not like it's obsolete. I have people still call on my door. Okay, I have people that still and say, hey, you've been selected to join our program. We got a discount, and I know where they're going with that. They do work. You can make some sales out of it. Sure, it's not dead, but you need to do a little bit of both, I would say. Okay, so because with your extra time, you can contact some people, maybe a list. And in the meantime, you're getting leads coming in from your sales funnels, right? Let the sales funnels do all the hard. Because remember, your time is money, right? So you're positioning at a level where your income should be so high, and you don't want to spend time just doing cold calling. Make sense?
Right.
Yeah. All right. So I'll have Tini open up module 5. Excuse me, module. You did 4.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah. Go ahead. This is where you're going to talk about solution awareness questions. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks for all the great tips. I've also started reading the PDF you sent me on the cash flow quadrant. So it's really, really interesting as well. I had read it, Rich Dad, Poor Dad before, so I already had some familiarity, but it's a good reminder. It's something I really want to migrate towards.
There's another good book. Where it is? Here it is. He talked about it on module 1 and 2, if you go back. It's called The Language of Trust. Okay. I think there's a PDF version of it too. You can go on Google and just Google it. The Language of Trust by Michael Milansky. Slasky, whatever. Language of Trust. Because and there's another one, To Sell is Human by Daniel Pink. Okay. Those will help you to understand the way we communicate now is different than it was 20, 30 years ago. Okay. So there's really putting an onus on them selling you rather than you selling the client. That's how 7th level sales come in. You don't want to be in a position of selling. You want them to sell you, but you have to offer them something that gets them interested. And the website videos do a lot of that. Okay.
Awesome. Thanks for the great tips.
Right. I'll talk to you tomorrow then. Okay.
Oh, okay. Sure thing.
Any other questions?
Thank
you. Okay, cool.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah. Bye-bye.
And streaming.